Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing you obviously an incredibly important Fallout 4 news update, considering this video is being uploaded at 2:13 a.m. So be sure to share this video with all the Fallout lovers out there, because this is some juicy info. We finally learned a lot about Bethesda's E3 conference, including some details on when it's set, where it's happening, and also we may have an idea of what is going to be shown there. So basically this all came from an article from IGN, which I will have linked down below so you guys can dissect this picture with me and we can get as much out of it as we possibly can. And they were saying spot all the characters in Bethesda's E3 invite, and to which they said that this invite may have a potential of showing what we'll be seeing at Bethesda's E3 conference. So without further ado, let's dig into it. So first, let's focus on the text, which says that this is going to be taking place at the Dolby Theater on June 14th this year, obviously, but that stuff we already knew. What we want to know was the time, and the doors close at 6:30 p.m. I'm assuming this is going off Pacific, considering that E3 does take place in Cali. So base that off your time range wherever you are, or time zone rather. Anyways, let's dig into this picture here. That's the more important stuff. It's nice to know when it's happening and everything, but let's dig into the picture. So right away we see you, which is obviously the person who's receiving this invite. They're trying to make you feel a part of it. But let's look towards at all these characters they have here. We have Sebastian from The Evil Within, the Cyber Demon from Doom. We have BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein New Order. As you can see, some very familiar faces from Bethesda's publishing arm recently. Now I'm going to correct one false assumption that a lot of people have been making. Everyone thinks that right here all they see is boy, and they think it's Vault Boy, and everyone's freaking out. Unfortunately though, this is Tall Boy from Dishonored. Tall Boy is that big machine that these people sit in, and it kind of like walks around like one of those machines. I forgot what it's called in Star Wars. It kind of looks like that in a way, but no, that's not say Vault Boy. I just want to correct that. But what I do want to take a look at is that you do see stuff from Elder Scrolls Online as well. As you can see right here on this seat over here towards the end, that is clearly the warrior-esque character that's been in a lot of the promos for Elder Scrolls Online. You can see that one pretty well. Also, this picture here in the middle kind of looks like something from Battle Cry, and I think that back there is another Elder Scrolls-esque photo. Kind of looks like the Dovahkiin based off the helmet, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, we also see the elf, the Panzerhund, so it's really hard to tell what else everything is. But one thing that's really stuck out to a lot of Fallout fans is this question mark sitting on the seat right here. And considering that this is based off of a lot of Bethesda's published titles and developed titles, a lot of people are assuming that this question mark is referring to a potentially announced game that will be coming at the Bethesda E3 conference. What that game is, we don't know. It's also entirely possible that this is without a doubt a new IP, and that's why it has a question mark there to keep you thinking. Obviously a few fans reached and said that since it's 4 seats away from you, that means it's Fallout 4, but for me personally, I'm assuming that this is some form of a unannounced title, and that Bethesda will be revealing this at the E3 conference, which shouldn't surprise us at all. I think a lot of us were expecting an unveiling, but one thing that is worth mentioning for us specifically, this community, is that there is nothing relating to Fallout in this picture, at least according to my eyes. I looked very deep in this multiple times, asked you guys on Twitter and Facebook. No one saw anything that related to Fallout, so that is unfortunate, but we can look as deep as we can. But I believe that it is intentionally a low-res image so that it's left to get us thinking, but I believe that question mark really does say something along the lines of a new announcement of a game of some form. I would imagine, oh, maybe it's a guest, but then I thought to myself, wouldn't that be next to the you picture? So that's all I could really come up with. I didn't want to dig too deep. We'll obviously get into a very extended discussion with this on the Ham Radio podcast, but I just want to go ahead and bring this to you guys as soon as possible, because this is some very, very, very important news that I want to get out to you sorry, I can't speak at this time, as you guys know, but I just want to get it out to you guys as soon as possible. Leave your thoughts down below. There will be a link in the description once again to this IGN article where you can get a close-up look at this image, or you can just pause the video, whatever you want to do, and let me know what you guys are thinking. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, share this video with the Fallout lovers. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.